Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time again.
It's time for the J. Craig 5, maybe 10-minute movie review.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another movie review. I'm Jay of the J. Craig podcast. Thanks for listening. A couple nights ago, I saw Juliet Naked. It's based on the book from Nick Hornsby, who did High Fidelity as well as About a Boy. Now, I really like High Fidelity with John Cusack, but I did not see About a Boy because it has Hugh Grant. Okay, so Juliet Naked is directed by Jesse Peretz, I don't know, but he is mostly, he comes from music, video background, and then to television like Orange is the New Black and several other shows, and now he is directing this movie, which is called Juliet Naked. It stars Ethan Hawke, not to be mistaken with Ethan Hunt, Ethan Hawke, Rose Byrne, and Chris O'Dowd. So what is it about? So Juliet Naked is about a couple who have kind of gotten to a plateau. They're not really going anywhere. It's pretty stagnant. It is what it is. The husband is a huge fan of a musician who has kind of gone away. And it's played by Ethan Hawke, who is, I forget his name, Tucker Crowe. And this is a really almost kind of unhealthy obsession with this guy, and he just loves this guy. It means so much to him. He has a blog about it. He just loves talking about this guy, and especially since he's kind of mysterious, since no one knows where he is and no one's really seen him. He's completely vanished, and there's all these theories, and he's a big proponent of getting these theories out there. And so it's about what it's about is this relationship between husband and wife, and he gets a CD which has kind of the very first recordings of his best songs, and they're very raw, and she listens to it and she thinks it's garbage. He listens to it, thinks it's like music from the Angels, and so they have a big rift, and that kind of has a little bit of problem. That's the inciting incident for the movie that sends us off into the new direction, right? The challenge of the movie. And so during the rest of the movie, she develops a relationship with somebody, and it's the musician. And it's online. And so it's like kind of like you got mail, right? So they have this kind of budding, not romance necessarily, but they're developing a kind of a pen pal relationship. And they have a connection. And all the while, the husband doesn't know that she's talking to, or at least communicating with, his idol. So that's what the movie's about. I don't want to say anything other than that because I'll give away some plot points. But it was a very cute, entertaining movie. I had no idea expecting what to expect going in, and it was a pleasant movie. Now, it's a bit predictable. They try to stay away from cliches as a romantic comedy, but I mean, you kind of see where the movie's going to go. But they do take some changes with the usual format, and I'll let the movie divulge that for itself. One thing that I really did like about it is, well, with High Fidelity, it's centered around music, right? The music, top 5 this, top 5 album of this, top 5 this. And it reminds me of things that I do. Top 5 movies, top 5 directors, top 5 westerns, top 5 sci-fi. I really enjoy that part of High Fidelity because it reminds me of me. Well, this movie also goes into the fandom part of it and the kind of toxic fandom. And I think this movie is kind of a response to the toxic fandom of The Last Jedi. And I'm a part of that. I mean, not that I spewed some venom, that's for sure. But I don't wish ill upon people. I just want certain people not to work again. It's not the same thing, is it? Because probably. Okay, so I am kind of toxic. But I'm a big fan, and it spoke to me in a different way, right? So this movie tackles the fandom part of it. And he's not toxic, but it's toxic to his family. It's toxic to his relationship with his wife. It becomes a dividing factor for them. Now, I liked also the fact that everyone had an arc, and especially the antagonist, which is Chris O'Dowd, the husband, the fan. He has an arc, but it's almost like a negative arc, where it kind of goes the opposite way. And that's where I say the cliches kind of change a little bit, but it's still predictable. But it was very fun. It was very lighthearted. I really don't have anything negative to say about it because it was just genuinely fun, and we laughed a lot throughout the movie. So if you're looking for a good date night movie, this would be one. Another thing that I was really a big fan of is the Ethan Hawke's character's theme was about being a father, and it saying really, no matter what your mistakes you've made, whatever dumb things you've done, you still have to be there for your kids, and you have to be a father. You might not be a great father, you might not be the best father, but you still have to be a father. And not that spoke to me, because I think I'm a good father, but I make mistakes, I do stupid things. But I think it really spoke to me in that way, because, reminding you, hey, be a father. No matter what happens, you have to be there. And I like that part of it. So there is some good heart to the movie. I think you'll enjoy it if you see it. Thanks for listening to my movie review of Juliet Naked, and we'll see you next time.